What's going on, people? This Richie Rich back with another live. Got a special guest on tonight, man. Most of y'all probably know him, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man. Tell the people who you are, brother.
All right, it's your boy Andre from Andre and Andrea's Love Crossing Borders TV. Love Crossing Borders TV here in Cali, Colombia. Been living in Cali, Colombia off and on for the last 3 years. Getting go on 4 years now, man. Time flies by. Goodness gracious. And one of the things that I do and that I help people with is how to not only relocate, but also how to find work online, because a lot of dudes want to find out, listen, Dre, how you doing it? How can I work online? How can I get a job online where I'm making good American dollars and I can travel where I want to go? So I help people out with that.
All right. Shout out to CJ. Shout out to J Mo. Global Paper. Global Paper, man. You got to show us how to get that money too, man. You got that Global Paper. You got to stand up to that name now, that Global Paper. You know what I mean? But okay, so you got the other channel, Love Crossing Borders, and now you got Love Crossing Borders TV.
Right. What we're going to be doing in the next week, we're going to be changing the original Love Crossing Borders title to Remote Control Money. And all we're going to be focusing on with Remote Control Money is how to make money online, whether it be a side hustle, whether it be a job like you're going to do on remote work like we're talking about now today. Hey, Felicia, Queen Felicia in the building. And so that's what the new channel is going to be. It's going to be about assisting people with finding remote work. And the reason why we started remote control money is because, you know, we're doing the stimulus videos. And so what happens is so many people from across the country start reaching out to us, asking us, can you help us find work? And so I started, you know, slowly but surely showing people how I started, because I used to do online work. When I first got down here, I was doing online work. And then you know, we began our brand, and our brand took off, and I still do part-time online work. But so many people from across the country, man, lost their regular job, and they're in quarantine, and they're like, you know, how can I make some money while I'm at the house watching the kids? Because the kids ain't in school no more. Or, you know, they're doing remote school. And so that's how we began the process that's when the channel changed, because so many people from across the country were asking more about finances than travel. But then we still like our core audience. And so we said, okay, let's move Love Crossing Borders to Love Crossing Borders TV, take all those videos and the live streams we're about to do and just keep that format of travel and international relationships, finding love across borders and falling in love with the borders that you cross. And then take the other channel and turn it into Remote Control Money. So the other channel with the 40,000 plus subscribers are going to be Remote Control Money. How can you make money remotely? And so that's what we're looking at. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know you had did a lot of stimulus videos, man. Mm-hmm. You know, I did a few of them myself. And people, I guess they had this notion that we was bullshitting with the SBA, and some people like hit me up like a month after I did my video. Oh man, I didn't know you were serious, man. I got some money. You know what I'm saying? So you want to talk a little bit about the SBA? I mean, it's still going on, right?
Actually, that money is ran out. The SBA had over $30 billion to give away for small businesses, for PPP loans. PPP loans are the payroll protection. So companies wanted to keep their businesses going, and to keep their employees, they were giving out payroll protection loans that don't have to be paid back. they were also giving out a loan that was called the EIDL loan, which was $1,000. If you could just prove that you had a side hustle, or that you worked for a temporary agency, or if you like some type of artist or something, or freelancer and you do hair or barber, you could have got that 1,000. But what it was, once that money ran out, it was gone. So individuals didn't get a chance to take advantage of it in the end. But I had a couple hundred subscribers that applied, and they got that 1,000. They got include the first one who got it. Your boy, right? Remember that?
I didn't even realize I was on yet, man. Yeah,
I think I was the first one that got it.
I text you soon as, because I was like, man, you know what? I appreciate Andre for telling me this, because if I hadn't looked at this video, there was no way I would have known it. And I'm literally put it in like that same day I saw the video, and within 24 hours I got that first email, and by the end of the week I had a deposit. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yep, and the money was available, but once that 30 billion ran out, it was gone. And they did it one time before in March and April. Right. That 30 billion ran out, and then they did it again right around June, July. And so, yeah.
Are they going to do it again?
You know what? I don't know, but it looks like this next round of stimulus is vital now, because it's being impacted because the president and so many senators and congressmen are coming down with COVID-19. Now they're starting to see how important Nancy Pelosi's $2.2 trillion package is compared to that $600 billion that the Senate was trying to pass. So it's looking really good. The question is this: are they going to get it done before the election or after? So they know they're going to get it done, but they're just trying to figure out the when now.
Well, in my opinion, I just feel like it might be after the election, and if it's before the election, it's because they're trying to get this guy reelected.
True.
All right, let me address the troll tonight. He says all you motherfuckers just teach English to Chinese. Stop kidding. Hey, if it pay the bills, I'll do it. But I don't know anybody that teach English to Chinese. Go ahead.
Even if you do, I don't think he realizes that particular job pays on average between $30,000 to $44,000 a year. If you take $34,000 a year or $40,000 a year, and you no longer have to commute to work, so you save on that gas and wear and tear on your car. You ain't paying for lunch outside of your job. The time of life that you save, because you ain't stuck in 2-hour traffic going and an hour and a half traffic coming back. While you sitting up there laughing at that person that's teaching in China, he at home in his pajamas doing a job and making 40-something thousand a year, and you sitting up there got to get your tail up at 6 o'clock in the morning to make it to work by 8. Who winning? You may even make more than him technically, but the time of life that person get to enjoy, whether they got their kids next to them or whether they just got a peace of mind because they ain't got to deal with no female calling HR talking about sexual harassment. He ain't got to deal with none of that. But you still got to take your tail to somebody's job and have somebody probably half your age telling you what to do. Yeah, I'll take that teaching in China job anytime.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of that, y'all know Brian Bourne, and he works out in Japan. And I ain't gonna tell the man business, but I tell him, I said, man, you on that Cam Newton deal, man. You get that bread.
I tell you this, I totally agree with you, Andre, because like I said, I've been taking the advice that you've been giving over the course of all the stuff that you've been doing. And, even another brother in the group, sent me some information about online teaching or whatever. So they got an opportunity now down in Bogota with this company called BB&E. And they don't actually teach to children. They teach to business professionals in the corporate setting how to speak conversational English, in order to be able to construct a deal, do a deal, etc.
I was just telling them that.
Yeah, man. So I got a job offer for that, out in Bogota. And, on the interview, basically she told me what she was looking for prior to it. And, and I put together the lesson plan the same day of the interview. You know what I'm saying? I got 10 years of teaching experience, just so you.
Right.
I put together the lesson plan the same day, man. The interview, that portion of the interview took maybe 5-7 minutes. by the end of the call, she was offering me the job. You know what I'm saying? It's simple, you know. So basically, to the troll in there talking about teaching people English, man, look here, man. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, teaching English right now, quote unquote, is a valuable commodity to have. You know what I'm saying? For anybody who don't speak the language, simply because all of the things that are happening are the foundation of what's happening is coming from an English speaking country. So therefore, if the people in the non-English speaking country don't have that skill, then they're going to be left behind or behind altogether. Or they have to depend on somebody else. So what these companies are doing, they're seeing the deficiency and they're saying, hey, look, well, we're going to pay handsomely someone who's native speaker to the language to teach our people how to be able to communicate in this language. And there's nothing wrong with that, whether they're Chinese, Japanese, Spanish, Hispanic, German, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like if the pros and the cons fit your circumstance or your scenario, then go for it. And at the end of the day, you helping somebody.
Absolutely.
Hey, Los, if you can, man, try to turn that football off for me.
Okay, got some people around here.
Yeah, they will hit me for copyright.
That was the greatest.
That was Raiders getting their head smashed.
Yeah, I sent you a couple.
I know my Raiders getting their head smashed.
It's 14-3 too. You know what I'm saying? And they
they
playing the Bills, but they just called the touchdown back. You know what I'm saying? Nelson Aguilar called the touchdown. They called it back for false start.
Right. So Andre, man, you want to get into what you as far as what you do abroad?
Yeah.
Like that, man. Let them know where you at. They think you in South Florida.
Well, no, I'm in Cali, Colombia. Like many people know that I live in Cali, Colombia. I'll tell you my story, guys, before we get off into a quick story of how I got here in Colombia and living a remote laptop lifestyle. I was making $80,000 a year as a college recruiter, and I had the big house in Tampa, living the beach life. Doing whatever I wanted to, you know, as far as the single man's life, you know, had the Ford F-150, Harley Davidson edition, you know, but I wasn't happy because I was tired of living that cubicle life. I always wanted to travel. I always wanted to see other countries and other locations, but I got tired of only being able to do it once or twice a year. And so what I decided to do was take the time out to start looking at remote work. And so that's when I started discovering teaching online. And I discovered teaching online like Los is doing. I discovered it maybe 7-8 years ago when it was not known for, you know, digital nomads or laptop lifestyle. I didn't even think about putting it together with traveling, but I was able to. And so because of that, I've been able to relocate to a couple of countries. And now I'm settled here in Colombia. In Cali, Colombia, and I still work remotely, but now I work remotely mostly for myself. So there are times where I still teach English, but the most of the time I still work for myself, whether it be building our brand online, which is the YouTube, which is also sponsors. We get Patreon. We got members that people that subscribe as members. We do consultations. We do tours now. So every time somebody come to Cali, they always ask us to give them a tour of the city and take them out so they can party and have fun like we did last night. We danced all night and drank all night last night. So we make each person like $35. So every year we're averaging about just $3,000 to $5,000 just on tours. And so we got some people that come down with a group of dudes or come down with one dude's coming down with his daughter. He and his daughter are coming down. His young daughter, he wants to show her around. And so we make money doing that. So there's a lot of ways to make money remotely. And it's not just side hustle here and there. We also take our money and invest it in the market. And so now we've got our money safely put in the market, as well as bringing in further forms of income. You always want to bring in more than one stream of income.
All right. Shout out to Tampa Touring, man. The panel represent Tampa. Salute. Shout out to you, brother. I heard you say you was teaching English. Can you explain to me exactly how does that work when maybe your Spanish is not as good? How do you teach a person English if you don't know their language? I ain't trying to be funny. I always wanted to know that though.
a lot of times when it comes to the teaching English, and even Los can give his attest to his experience as well, or his experience that he's going to be having. They're not looking for you to be fluent in their language. They're looking for you to be fluent in your language.
Okay.
They want to have conversations. They want to learn. It's almost like you're not technically teaching, you allowing them to practice and become better. So they have oftentimes your students already have a foundation laid, but they have nobody in their own country to talk to and communicate with. So what they end up doing is they ask, like Lo said, he's putting together his lesson plan and so forth. You have your lesson plan to help take them to the next level of communication when it comes to English and so forth. So a lot of times it's not that you don't know what they're saying, they don't know what you're saying. A lot of times it's just that they need somebody. Yeah, I'll give you a perfect example. I may be able to speak Spanish.
I understand now, though. I understand. Yeah.
Right, in a restaurant, but then when you put me in front of somewhere to do a contract to buy a house, I'm lost. So when it comes to English, that's how a lot of people feel. They may have a foundation, enough English to have in a restaurant or everyday conversation, but they want to have, like Los was saying, to be able to be in corporate negotiations or business negotiations, or if they want to be a salesperson to an English speaker, they can do that. That's one of the benefits that Andrea has. Because Andrea is fluent, she's a contract negotiator for English speakers from around the world.
Does she ever consider working for like an American company? Would she make more? Or what?
You know what? Andrea's like this. We're getting to that point where we're really economically blessed. And so she wants to take her brand and take it to the next level now. So we're working on her channel, her brand, and things that she's putting together. So she has so many clients because Andre does tax accounting. She does tax accounting for corporations and for companies. So she does contract negotiations and she does tax accountings. Andrea used to, when she was in Medellin, she used to own her own business and she ran a nightclub in Medellin. So when it comes to business, she may be 25, but she on her game. She about it. And so at the end of the day, she like, okay, she wants to take all her business skills because that's what she's always been about, and apply it once again to her own brand. The only reason she came back to Cali was because, her mother got ill. So she closed her business down there and came back to Cali. But now everything's back on track. We're thinking about even moving out of this country.
Moving out the country?
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and get my second citizenship, dual citizenship, since I already got my visa. I'll event in the next couple of years, get my second passport. And then we out of here.
All right, that's what's up.
Yep. And that's what remote lifestyle allow you to do.
Everybody, I think we got 47 people in the live so far, 48. Let's try to get 48 likes. Everybody smash the like button. Make sure you try to share the video also. So, Los, man, you want to tell the people what you got going on and everything, brother?
Yeah, so all right, man. So I'm Los. I'm from Tampa, Florida. I'm actually here right now. Small background. I am in the IT field, and I actually have a couple other different streams of income. Real estate investing. I trade in forex market, digital currency trading, and I also, I have a tax business that I'm actually in my tax office right now. So these are my things that I can do, all of which I can do remote, except for the IT with the company. The IT problem, the IT, it depends on the company you with, because I work for Anthem, and because Anthem had a security breach, that cost them $80 million. They shut down all the IP addresses that's not in the United States. So you can work remote from anywhere, but you have to be within the United States. So that cripples me. So for what I'm trying to do. So now I have to look for another IT job if I want to work for somebody in that space that will allow me to be able to have a international IP address to be able to, connect to their VPN and work online, etc. IT wise. The other jobs that I have, I can do remote, because I have access to my tax software. I can, remote into the computer, etc. And real estate, you can do anywhere across the world. You know what I mean? So, that's what I do as far as employment is concerned. I just told you guys about my opportunity that I have in Bogota here coming up. I most recently spent from March 15th to June 20th in Colombia, Cartagena. And, I had a great time. I was able to see some things, put together a plan, and start to execute the plan in order to be able to make traveling and living international and working remotely a reality. So that's pretty much, it's what I got going on right now in the way of workspace and trying to advance my lifestyle to, something that I'm satisfied with. So that's pretty much where it is. But I'm kind of like Andre, I have, the big house, same area he lived in Tampa and Riverview. I got 3 cars. Shit, I don't need none of them. You know what I'm saying? I realized
let me get one when you leave then, player. Just want one.
So, I realized that it's not, cars really not that necessary. You know what I'm saying? When you got Uber and all this other kind of stuff, so that saves money. And being in another country, you definitely don't need a car. Those are some things I'm probably gonna end up and get rid of and sell and stuff like that. Just finalized the divorce on September 16th. So now I'm free from the American woman train of thought. So that won't be able. That was one of my preventers from being able to move and live abroad. You know what I mean? Because everybody don't have the same thought process or outlook when it comes to something that's not of the norm for them. So when I started talking about looking for employment opportunities outside of the United States, that kind of caused some friction in my household. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, well, she was thinking as if it was on some other shit, you know what I'm saying? And it had, some other stuff. And it ain't had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? It was more or less trying to better our current situation. And because we couldn't never get on the same page with that caused some strain in that one particular issue. So I said that to say not everybody is going to be able to see digital nomad lifestyle and living outside of the United States simply because they're so used to and it's ingrained in their mind that America is where you make your dreams come true, you see. And because of that, that caused a bit of a problem. So, I don't hate her. It's nothing, it's nothing like that. It's just that you were going that way, I was going this way, and we couldn't ever meet in the middle. So it was just best to keep going in our directions. So, that being said, now I'm all 100% full force in trying to make this whole, change in lifestyle transition from one lifestyle to another reality. And I'm using, the information that's given by people like Andre and others to be able to help make that a reality,
Right. Shout out to Airport. And he's saying that digital nomads live off savings, then go home. But you know what? There's some truth to his trolling because a lot of people will go overseas, live off their savings, and then go home. I mean, you know any people like that, Andre, that really didn't make it abroad?
Yeah, that's one of the top 10 reasons why people move back to the United States. And that is that they weren't wise with their monies or wise when it came to this topic here, remote lifestyle. One of the things that I learned is this. What is for me, I told myself before I moved to another country, what's the worst thing that could happen? And for me at this time period, the worst thing that could happen other than physical is I'd have to go back to the States, make more money, and then leave. Now I'm at that point. This is when I first started. But now I'm at that point because I've learned a lot more. The worst thing that could happen is I'll take on a full-time remote job. I don't have to leave my home in Colombia. I don't have to leave my furniture, my wife, and all this, or bring my wife along with me to the States. I don't have to go back to the States ever. If the worst that can happen to me now, because of the remote online skills that I have and the resume that I have and the jobs that I've had with laptop lifestyle. If the worst that could happen for me is that I take on a full-time remote job, I'm good with that. So a lot of times people don't, the reason why I said that, people don't get to that point of that transition. They live, he's absolutely correct. They work and party and have fun off their savings, and all of a sudden it's gone. And the American mindset tells you to go back home. It doesn't tell you to get a remote job. You see what I'm saying? Many of those people could have just went ahead, applied for a job. Many of them could have gotten a job online and started working those 8 hours where they wanted to be. But back to what Los was saying, that American mindset doesn't teach you that. It teaches you always to run back to the breast of the United States. The United States, she gonna take care of you, baby. I know that big world did you wrong. Come on home. Once you get out of that mindset and you realize that remote lifestyle could be your hustle, it can be your emergency blanket. Like for me, as we're saving money, I'm actually sitting back thinking about, okay, later on this month, I want to go ahead and start doing a lot more remote work. So I said, let me go ahead and do some more remote work since we're going to Mexico for a couple of weeks. That'll put more money, instead of spending the money we have, that put more money in our pocket as far as spending, and do it like that. I know one person put in the caption, Andre Andrea, what do y'all think y'all want to move to?
Okay.
We're looking at Mexico, and we're looking at Portugal. And so this year we're going to go to Mexico, of course. And next year we're going to go to Portugal. Her best friend lives in Spain. So that gives us a chance to enjoy Europe as well as the eastern part of the world as well. So that's what we're looking at. But that remote lifestyle allows us to think like that with that option.
That's a long move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Portugal.
Oh,
yeah. Why Portugal?
Portugal is ranked up right now. Portugal is next to Spain. Is not as expensive as Spain. Is ranked as one of the safest cities, even though they're going through some of the same issues as far as race issues right now as the United States. One of their most famous black actors was killed by the police over the last couple of weeks. So they're going through their riots regarding that. But 99% of the time, Portugal is considered one of the safest countries in the world. Also, Portugal economically still ranks in the top 5 countries where you can get a bang for your buck in the world. And there are so many Americans, blacks and whites, that live in Portugal. And the other thing, Portugal is a melting pot, kind of like Colombia. It's a melting pot. People don't think about it like that, but you have Spanish, you got blacks that come from Africa and other locations that are there, as well as African Americans. And so we're looking at Portugal instead of being in super expensive Spain, because Spain's still trying to get back on their feet from when they went bankrupt a few years back. And so now we can live in Portugal and we can visit all the other cities, other countries around there inexpensively. You could take the subway or the train and you're in France somewhere, or you could take a train, you're in Germany somewhere. You could take a short flight. You see what I'm saying? So we can experience all those other countries. For example, who's a good example of that is O'Shea Jackson. With O'Shea living in Poland, he had access to all these countries, and O'Shea is like, listen, now he's in Africa, and he's like, I can be anywhere I want to be. You see what I'm saying? Because he used Poland as his center base, his home base, his bat cave, and he traveled to all the other countries. Go ahead, Los.
I was asking, ain't O'Shea Jackson, that's Ice Cube?
Nah, that's his son. But shout out to Jay Rich. He said shout out to the food lovers. That's WhatsApp inside joke. Anyhow, appreciate that support. And let me also get to this question right here. Any one of y'all could take it. Do international teaching jobs pay US dollars or pesos?
The country I'm with is pesos.
The ones that I've done are US dollars. I'll give you a perfect example. I wrote some down. Teaching and tutoring jobs pay between $10 to $25 an hour. Data entry positions or virtual assistants pay $16 an hour. Customer service jobs, like if you're doing, some people do customer service in their cubicle. You can do that at home online, and they pay $16 an hour just for you to call. When you call your local bank and you're thinking that you're calling somebody in the office, no, that person's at home. And you talking to that customer service agent while they in their pajamas, and they making $16 to $20 an hour. Coding jobs start at $15 an hour, and transcripts jobs. Teaching English for many start at between $10 to $15 an hour. Also up to $20 an hour. Also depending on what business you're working for. And medical billing and coding starts off at $18 an hour.
That's the teacher right there.
That's the teacher.
Oh, yep. What's happening?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Sensei, man, they had a question about teaching, man. They want to become a teacher.
Okay, all right. So what was the question? You want me to give you a brief scenario or summary, or do you have a particular question?
Oh, well, he was asked to do they pay US dollars or pesos, but you can elaborate on it, a different.
Okay.
Whatever
So
you want to add in.
So it depends on the company that you're working for. Right now, I work for a company out of Colombia, so they pay Colombian pesos. If you work for a company out of the United States or find something with China or Teacherway, then they pay in US dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on the company. See, originally with this company I'm working with, it was go to face-to-face classes, face-to-face classes. The good thing about what happened with COVID was they had to have the business mind to continue making money, but they couldn't continue with face-to-face classes. So they put everything online. So now I don't have to be in a particular location. I'm working for them and I can still do my thing. Like I said, I'm in Medellin, but the company is out of Cúcuta. And everybody heard the stories about how much I do not like being in Cúcuta. But the good thing now, I do everything online.
And that city sound like.
But that also was a way for you to get a visa, right?
Yes. That's also a way.
Right?
Yeah. Now I've been approved for my visa. They didn't send me the PDF copy yet. I think because of COVID, they're dragging their feet about everything. So I got approved for the visa. So now I got to go. When they send me the PDF copy, I got to go to Bogota and get a stamp, and the office opens back up.
Hey man, that's what's up, man. Hey, that's that one thing I do like about those jobs that you teach when you teaching online, because I have that exact opportunity. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, a part of the information that I have to send to BB&E is my passport. How many times I've been in and out of Colombia? I had to get my degree, my master's degree in educational leadership. I had to get that apostille. Basically, apostille means certified. Make sure it's real.
Right.
I had to get that done. They asking me for my blood type, and then they said that once I get, and then a couple other items, and after I get all that information in, then they're gonna go to the embassy and start the visa process. I was like, visa? So how long the visa is? You say, well, it depends on your contract. So if you got a 2-year contract, you get a 2-year visa. I say, okay, wonderful.
Yeah, it's really good to see. As you guys were talking, it was just amazing to see the evolution of all of us that are in this panel, and to see that 3 of us have visas in other countries, pending, and it's just amazing to see that. To where at one point in time, if you talked to all of us maybe a year and a half ago, Rich was probably 40 pounds bigger, but at the also all of us were just passport people, and we never really kind of realized that in a couple years later, we'd be visa people. And so it's amazing to see that evolution of brothers taking place. The brother said any online STEM jobs. I have a STEM background. You want to elaborate on that domain?
That's science, technology. E is
engineering
and mathematics. You know what I'm saying? That's what STEM stands for.
Yeah, and there are opportunities out there.
Yeah, the online STEM jobs would be with web development, computer programming, so HTML, SQL Sharp. What else do you have? Python. Yeah, Python. What else? JavaScript, Java. Exactly. All those. That's the best online job that they're going to offer.
Software. If you you got a software engineering background, that what Domain was just saying, that's perfect for you. If you a novice, that just like messing around with computers, you know what I'm saying, and doing web development. Web development is actually very easy if you can understand the terminology. I just don't want to put towards the time. I can admin web pages for people, but I don't want to put them together. But it's actually easy though, you know what I mean? Because GoDaddy, that's a paid company that do that type of stuff. But if a person can take the time to learn the skill, then they can get paid because people need websites all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's a good one. So Domain, just for you guys that's listening, man, if you interested in the IT field, STEM, because that's what I currently work in. What he just told you guys, that's what you want to focus on. And if you don't like web development or any software type of engineering job, then regular help desk work, meaning password resets and mapping network drives and setting up accounts on Active Directory. All that's easy work. You just have to find a company that'll be able to allow you to do it in the international space. That's it.
That's it.
Shout out to Jaws for that donation. Appreciate that support. So Retro Rob says, what's a good monthly salary in Medellin, USD? You want to take that one, Domain?
Yeah, let's see. A good monthly salary. See, good is going to depend on how you want to live. I would say a good monthly salary in Medellin, Colombia is honestly, if you're making anything above $1,000, you're living good.
Yeah.
I
got a $1,000 a month. No, a month. This entire apartment I got right here, it cost me $450, and I'm still trying to talk to the lady and be like, listen, if I pay you cash, you gotta come down on that price. $450 is too much for Colombia, in Medellin, Colombia.
We're paying,
and that's everything included.
You know Cali, and we live by Chippy Chapa in the suburbs area, and we're paying $360 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, all utilities, washer and dryer unit, cable, Wi-Fi.
I got both of y'all beat.
All that for how much?
$360 a month.
Okay, well check this out, Richie. I just moved my little family in a house.
I like your spot too. I saw your spot.
Yeah, I moved them in the house. They got the low level. It's a high level and a low level how they make their houses in Cartagena, I guess, or whatever. But anyway, she called me and she said, "Hey, I found a house, blah blah blah." I say, "Well, how much is it a month?" $215 a month. I sent the 6 months of rent immediately. You know what I'm saying? Just so she don't have to worry about it.
That's a lot of space too. If you saw his place.
Yes, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. You saw the outside patio.
Yeah. That's a lot of house.
I say, oh my gosh, I'm living like a king for $200 a month. Oh my gosh.
And what part of Colombia that is? What part of Colombia?
This is in Cartagena, and it's a burial outside of one of the lower end burials. So if y'all say strata 5 and 6, this more like strata 2 or 3.
All right.
Really nice spot.
So Andre, okay. So most of the guys in the chat probably gonna say, "Hey man, y'all telling me about these jobs. Where can I find these jobs, man? Like where I apply at, man?"
Okay.
If you want me to pull them links, I can.
Yeah, pull the links up. What I did, I sent Rich a list, and anybody could email me or email Rich and get a copy of this list of over 100 job banks that are hiring right now. For example, at the top of the list, and I have the list pulled up as well, we got Amazon. Amazon has been hiring over 100,000 individuals over the last year because of quarantine and COVID, and because individuals are at home and they want to make money at home. Amazon is always hiring for customer service individuals, management, sales. So there's always opportunity to really make money if you just want entry level into the world of what's up, Flyboy? Fresh in the building. If you want entry level opportunities when it comes to online work, and you just want to do it as a side hustle, Amazon is a great place to start. And the next one, and as you can tell through the customer service, will give you several opportunities that are available there through Amazon. A lot of people don't think about that. When they think about Amazon, you only think about receiving packages and stuff like that. But Amazon is hiring all the time. All the time, Amazon is hiring.
It says right there before I clicked on it, it says view remote jobs. Just click on the remote jobs. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description on all this information, and also, like you said, contact Andre if y'all want that information also. So
I'll say this because I've been actually following behind what Andre been providing for folks. listen, y'all have to be patient when you apply for these employers because it may take a while for them to get back to you. I actually had one of them reach back out to me a couple of weeks ago, and I applied for this job way back in April. You know what I'm saying? It was April, and they reached out to me, to wanting to do an interview. Nevertheless, I didn't like it. I just told them, I'm not interested at this time. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't like the job description. But anyhow, my point is that it may take some time after applying for you to hear anything back. So my suggestion would be to just go through and search all of the jobs that you are interested in and just apply for them and wait. You know what I'm saying? And then once they get back into you, just be ready to go once they contact with you. But most likely I applied for maybe 10, 15 of them, and I've had at least 3 or 4 of them contact me back. And this BB&E was one of them, the one that I got the offer in Bogota. It's one of the jobs that called me back that I applied for back in April, May. So just be patient after you apply. And then once you, and just prepare yourself so when they do contact you, you're ready to go.
Absolutely, absolutely correct. I see the second link that Rich has up is Remote OK, and Remote OK is a website that has all different type of sales. You've got senior software engineer opportunities. You got development. You got freelance Zara developers. So all that the one brother was talking about as far as IT or developer work. This is one of the links that actually have senior software engineering, DevOps engineers, lead data engineers. So this one that Rich has up is for those individuals that have that experience when it comes to the IT or the coding type of career opportunities. So the opportunities are here for individuals. One of the reasons why it may have taken a while for, like Los was saying, for individuals to wait, realize this is 2020. A lot of companies are trying to figure out what they want to do, which direction they want to take certain things. So he's right. It's going to take a little longer for them to reach back out to you, just because of what's been going on with the madness of 2020 of separations and quarantines and businesses being shut down and now having to open back up. So you may think that they didn't think about you, but if this was a regular year, it may not have taken so long for communication. But because you know that this year is an off year, you want to make sure that you're a little bit more patient. Another one that's on the list that I put is U-Haul. U-Haul is hiring for customer service all the time. A lot of individuals don't realize, they think about U-Haul. We think about, you're about to move, go get a truck. But we don't think about that U-Haul has an online customer service opportunities, as well as sales and absolutely correct, sales and reservations program as well. So that's available for individuals. And like I mentioned before, you can start off with remote work as your side hustle until you get comfortable with working for yourself or working for a company online. And then all of a sudden you decide you want to do it full time. So if you don't want to jump into it full time, take your time, because like Los was saying, a lot of us, we're so comfortable with what the United States has taught us about. You get up in the morning, you get in your car, you go to work, you have lunch, then you go back to work, you work your overtime. You're so used to the American way of, it's like that around the world. You're just so used to the way that how work has been programmed into us. You don't realize that the new wave is you don't have to work at a location anymore. Companies are realizing that hiring staff remotely is a lot cheaper. For many companies, they don't have to pay all those extra benefits. And so they hire you under contract work, and they're saving money. So at the end of the day, a lot of companies are going remotely. The college that I worked for before, I talk to people there now. They'll be working remotely until the end of the year, and they're thinking about doing it continually. So that's where the world is going. So whether you wanted to accept it or not, that's the direction the world is going. There are going to be just as many people hiring for remote jobs as they do for jobs where you actually go out to the location. So you guys want to jump on that as soon as possible. And yes, as you see, there are overseas job opportunities as well. So if there's a country or a location where you want to go to, or a company that's in another country and you want to work with them, and another one is Upwork. If you have a skill, Upwork and Fiverr are about the same thing. If you like Lo said, if you're a person that can build websites, put your skills on Upwork, and people from around the world will hire you to do that. Like I was saying before, I've been with I was talking to Rich, I think yesterday, and I have been working with Fiverr with building my websites for me, doing logo work for me, designing t-shirt designs for me, marketing of my books through Fiverr, people that were specialists in marketing for books, certain things that I'm not the best in, but virtual assistants, all that is on Fiverr. So if you even put your skills on Fiverr, people will hire you to actually do what they either don't have time to do, or they don't have the skills to do.
I don't want to do.
Or don't want to do. Just like, I just don't want to do it. Like I was like Los was saying, I could build my website, but while somebody else is building the website, I could be finishing off doing something over here. So that's what I did. I hired somebody else to do it and do all the revisions and everything. And I was focusing over here, and then the website was up just right, what I needed.
They even got grant writing on here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's people out there that do that, man. You know what I'm saying? And they'll charge a little small fee for it, but if you guaranteed to get the grant. So the point is that you can utilize all your skills in order to be able to find the situation that's going to be able to make your goals come true.
Right. Yeah. Any other ones you want to talk about on here, Dre? We're going to put this link together so you guys get this information. But make sure you guys subscribe to Andre's other page. I'm going to put it up right now in the chat. Make sure y'all subscribe to that. I know, Los, you said something about getting your own channel or something like that.
Oh, yeah. It's already it's in motion right now. I just, I'm saying, I'm trying to basically, because my channel is called Truth Be Told. Okay. It's not live at this current moment. All right. And what I'm doing is preparing the first 4 episodes, 20 minutes or less, because I need to be able to keep people attention. Thanks, Andre, for that nugget. And it's going to be straight to the point, and it's a motivational, inspirational, uplift, and informative channel. That's what it's based around, using spirituality and some of the world. And I also probably bring some news briefings and stuff like that with different stuff that I'd be looking at that I know you're not getting in America, looking at that news, you know what I'm saying? And it's all geared towards you, putting towards some positive energy on making your life better and those that's around you. You know what I'm saying? That's what my channel is about. But I want my channel to be, I want it to be able to be effective. That's why I'm not rushing it.
Okay. And the man, I know you changed the name of your channel, right? Brother Domain still with us?
Yeah.
I just put his link in there. Let's Learn Spanish TV.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to take Spanish lessons, whatever y'all want information, hey, it's the Colombia guy right here,
How much you charge?
So hit me up on the message, and I'll tell you I got different packages, prices, and everything like that.
Go hit them with the gringo price.
So I do live classes, and I do virtual classes, and I do group classes.
All right.
So just hit me up, and then I'll go ahead and we can talk about packaging and everything like that, pricing.
All right, I put those brothers linked in the chat. When y'all subscribe to their page, just put down I subscribe. So y'all brothers go ahead and do that. There's 56 people in here. Hopefully all 56 of you go ahead and subscribe to both channels. Go support these brothers. They're giving out, I'm telling you, they're giving out gems right now. They're definitely giving out gems. I mean, we even giving you the websites to go and find the jobs. Now, we can't get the job for you.
Right.
They're giving you all the information right here. They give you, Los does the taxes, the real estate, Andre does the YouTube and different investments, main teachers. And I mean, you got a lot of information. You say you want to move out the country. You know, in my opinion, I think you should get those remote jobs before you move. You know what I'm saying? Versus trying to get it when you're over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That'll probably be better because you don't want to be broke and abroad, baby. You know there's a lot of folks broke and abroad, you know what I'm saying? Like my man Airport said earlier, a lot of guys, they be out there living on them savings talking about, yeah, I'm working abroad, I'm doing good. And, you know, they be broke at the end of the day.
but when you live, it's kind of funny because when you live in another country, you don't treat it like you're a tourist. So it's how you spend is different. Like Los, as well as the man, can tell you, we know where the best grocery stores are in our area that'll give us a hell of a bang for our buck compared to when you come here, you may be going down to Medellin and you in El Poblado area, you paying out the tail because you getting green gold out there when you go to the grocery stores. But we don't go to the grocery stores in those areas. If you're in Medellin, you ain't going all the way down to El Poblado to get your groceries. You know where to hook up at. So that's the difference between when you live here, you don't treat a country, no matter where you live, you don't treat it like a tourist. So you're not spending like a tourist. You're not trying to go out to the club and party every night because you live here. You ain't got to do all that. You can do it when you want to. And then when you go out and party, you know what all the nice little spots where you can get like 3-for-1 type of drinks compared to when you're a tourist, you just happy to be around any females. We know where all the spots are where the real females are. Y'all just know where the spots are where the females go for the tourist guys. So when you live in a country, it kind of, your spending habits are different. That's why the man was able to say, if you got $1,000 a month, you on up, you good, because you don't spend like you. And then when you live here, also the main and Lowe's can attest to, and even Rich can attest to. When you live here, you're not treating the women with that scarcity like you would. Like you ain't, when you live here, you ain't looking at no mangoes. You live here, you get you some regular chicks now. Right. So you ain't spending mango money. So you good. So those are the areas you see, right? Am I correct?
Yeah. Let me tell you something real quick. I had a lunch date the other day, last week, and 2 people, drinks, not alcoholic drinks, but regular drinks. I don't drink during the daytime, but 2 people I spent, let me see, it was chicken, rice, salad, soup, and vegetables. And I spent $5.79 USD, $5.79 USD for 2 people. And that's including the tip. And I told myself, I gotta do better. I'm not doing this. This is too much money. I gotta do better.
And like you said, Dre, most of them guys go broke abroad because they trying to be with every mango and spend more money. I had a conversation with a guy the other day, and he was saying that he had 40 grand and he was gonna try to live off that 1 year in the DR. I said, man, you could go through that 40 grand quick in these countries. If you running out in the street and living like a tourist every day, you definitely can go through that bread. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I agree. So I think about what Andre was just saying, even what the main stand, man. When you are in the scenario and you adjust your living habits and styles to how you were in the United States, you know what I'm saying, then it's going to be more of a luxury for you if you do that stuff in another country where your currency is a lot powerful and more stronger. So for me, while I was out there in 95 days, well, I had been to Colombia before that even happened anyway. So I already had the mindset, I ain't going down here spending like no tourist, no way. You know what I'm saying? And plus I got a local. So therefore it's no reason to be sitting out here talking about I'm going looking for mangoes and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the in-house. But while I was there, I still implemented my mode of thinking and how I move when I'm here at home. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, man, I don't want to go and pay no $50 bill at no restaurant when I can go to the supermarket and I can get down 4 whole chickens, you know what I'm saying, for less than $20. That shit is gonna be way less than what I paid at this restaurant over there. And then on top of that, my girl can cook and her family can cook. Why would I go over here and waste this money over here when I can go spend cheaper here and then I can eat off of this for 3 days, 3-4 days? You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? This is the type of stuff that you got to think about when you do that. But I'll say this and then I'll pause. for anybody who is thinking about living abroad, what I would suggest that you do is, if you have a regular job, save up your vacation time to where you can have at least 7 days, to where you don't have to go back to your job for 7 days. Give yourself a full week. Go to whatever it is, whatever country it is that you're thinking about moving to or relocating to or living in or whatever. And within those 7 days, take 4 of those days and try to live the way you would live when you were in America. You know what I'm saying? And see how that works out for you. Like literally, if you're in a Spanish speaking country, try to talk Spanish with these people. You know what I'm saying? If you are wherever you are, just adapt or mirror that location's vibe. So that way you can get a feel to see if this is something that you're going to be able to do with your own life. That's literally what I did. You know what I'm saying? I went to Colombia. I had me a Colombian girlfriend. I immersed myself within the culture. My Spanish is getting better. I want to be like Domain, though. You know what I'm saying? Fluent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You will be.
So because of this, because of how I went into it, I was able to advance my mind frame to, damn, I'm a tourist, to, oh no, I can actually be a actual citizen here. I can do this. I can live here. That's what you have to do in order to be able to, well, I would suggest that you would do in order to be able to get a good feel if you can do, if this is something that you want to do or not.
Yep. And I just want to add to that real quick. I first started coming to Colombia in 2015. At first it was weeks at a time. And then in 2018, I stayed for a full 6 months. And so this time is the longest time I've stayed. It was a year anniversary, September the 23rd. Now I wasn't planning on for the full year, but due to coronavirus, things worked out for me to stay here for the whole year. But yeah, I just wanted to say, go there, see how it is to live there, not tourist there, but live there, and give yourself a stint, a short time, extend it longer, and then say, can I do this? And then next thing you know, your years go by, and that's it.
Yeah.
Y'all see that question right there? Down there? Yeah. How big of a part does a significant other play in preventing you from getting gringoed in Colombia? It's a big ass part, because I promise you, man, I went to go get a charger for my I took my girl a phone, a S6. They don't give a damn because it's better than what they got. But anyway, I went over there and I say, well, take me to where we go get a charger. But she was moving slow. I left and went by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I go to the corner and the dude tell me 28 mil. You know what I'm saying? 28,000 pesos. And then when I went back, I didn't buy it because I didn't take no money. I went back to the house. I say, look, well, he want 28,000 pesos. That's a good price. Baby, you pay for. I say, hell nah. I just went up there to go see how much it was. You know what I'm saying? No, baby, no. 15 pesos, 15,000. So there you see a 13,000, 17,000 peso difference, because he looked at me and said, oh, he's. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
double up on you, man.
Yeah, significant other play a big role.
Yep. True.
I'm sure Andre knows.
That's true. When we got this apartment, Andre did all the contract negotiating, and there was one word in the contract that Andre was like, I would have had to pay for it. And I didn't know what it was. It was like a fee or something. Andre was like, oh, no. Yeah, I got to rewrite this contract. Just one word would have had me paying like a couple of extra $100 per year. And Andre was like, oh, no, y'all go ahead and take this contract back, take this out, and then we'll sign the contract. And so they took it back and reworded it just like it was supposed to be, because that's what she does, negotiations. So, and we were able to just get the flat line without any extra type of fees for this or fees for that. And so not only does, I wouldn't just say your significant other, I would also say the people that you meet have an impact on you here. Let's say you're a single man like Domain, but you meet so many people, whether it be in meetup groups from expats that are already here, to people that you meet that actually live here, and they can tell you where the best grocery store is, or they can tell you where the hospital is, or if you want to send out a package, they can tell you where the FedEx is in your area. And so it helps you out a lot in regards to understanding not being gringo priced when it comes to living here in Colombia or any city. You want to make connections and network with people that are from your country and that are already living there, or network with people that are natives that live here, and that helps out. So even if you don't have somebody special in your life, the people that you meet can hook you up with the best stores to go to and tell you where to go to and where not to go to.
Exactly.
That's why I appreciate this group and y'all inviting me in y'all groups and stuff like that, because I was really out here by myself, man. You know what I'm saying? If I hadn't have been in them groups, I would have really been out there by myself, and I wouldn't have learned as much as I've learned to this point. And I only really been traveling for 18 months. You know what I'm saying? I'm 40 years old, bro. So I'm fresh in the game. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really do.
Right. What I would recommend when it comes to remote work, just like the brothers were saying, you know, go ahead, start applying, tell yourself in this month, say I'm going to apply to 4 places, and then next month apply to 4 more. Don't push yourself. Say I'm gonna apply to 10 this week. No, you won't. You won't do it. Just go ahead and just tell yourself once a week I'm going to apply to a online job and see where it takes you. It's
do one a day. Shit.
Yeah, or even do one a day. It's easy to watch Rich's channel and roll a tape and watch the main channel and see the evolution of Los. But the reason why Rich put this panel together is because he wants you guys to, I feel like I'm Joe Biden speaking to the camera. I'm talking to you Americans. And so he wants you guys to go ahead and do this for yourselves to see living that remote lifestyle. It's easy to watch Ace do it. It's easy to watch other guys do it, where like Everyday Dre and Bed and Kia. The guy went to the Bed and Kia festival last year. Right after he left the festival, went back to the States, shut everything down, got him an online job, and moved right back to Bed and Kia. Literally, that's how he did it.
Wow.
I mean, literally, this brother didn't miss a beat. You thought he did it so fast. You thought either he didn't leave Bed and Kia or he actually had already lived in Bed and Kia. That's how fast that transition was.
Hey, I got because I ain't do my uplift for the day. So I'm gonna uplift. If anybody in the group, if you're a Forex trader, if you're trading in the Forex market, they're open right now. I'm gonna give you a signal right now saying this is my good deed for the day for you to make some money. Any Forex traders, GBP, JPY is selling right now, and you can take the sale all the way down to 134.933. Okay, 134.93. You got to do a market execution for GBP, JPY, sell and take it down to 134.933. That's to take profit. That's my gem for the day for you Forex traders.
All right.
Shout out to Black Man Travels. He said, I'll be in Colombia October the 22nd. Thanks for the info, fellas. Make sure when you're going to Colombia, man, you know, we did a show on this too. Make sure you got that coronavirus test. You got the one where they put it in your nose. Just make it simple. The one in your nose. And make sure you got the right paperwork, the long list that's got the numbers on it and the facility and all that. And you have to have that within 4 days of your flight, 96 hours of that flight. If your test within 97 hours, you fucked. So make sure y'all understand that, you know. And I talked to Markel today, and he was saying he's thinking in November they're going to start that curfew back. Just depends on the spike in the coronavirus. Yeah. So just be aware of that. But I ain't buying no tickets to Colombia, period. I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna book, but I was like, man.
Yeah, mine paid for, but you can if you buy it from Copa Airlines, because I'm supposed to be there from December 4th to the 7th. I probably push it out a week. Push that time for a week period. But you trade gold, boom. That's what's up. I trade gold and silver too, and platinum. They all run in the same direction too. So one selling, all of them selling. But anyway, my point to what you was just saying is I forgot.
You were talking about the tickets.
Copa Airlines. Richie don't do it like that.
Hey, well, it happened to me all the time, bro. I be like, what I was gonna
say? My mind do that when I start seeing that Forex stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so Copa Airlines, I purchased a ticket, and I told them, hey, look, there's a possibility that I might have to push it back to another day because where I use the excuse of I'm waiting on my job, blah, 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 and I don't know what the COVID situation is. They say, there's no problem. If you have to readjust your date, we can readjust. It's already paid for, blah, blah, blah. So I said that to say, if you purchase a ticket, purchase it all the way out. I did mine through Copa Airlines, and they will be flexible to change the travel dates if you have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Traveling, or you don't want to travel because you don't want to provide the paperwork for COVID and all of that. They Copa Airlines work with you.
Man, you want to take this one, man?
Let's say here, hypothetically, question: what if I have COVID? Do I need a fake COVID test pass? Well, hypothetically speaking, if you got COVID, stay your ass home, please. Don't come down here with that. I don't know what to tell you on that one.
I need to have you on the show, Tyrone. You
ain't got nothing either, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing on that.
Oh shit, man! You got wrong, man. You getting on an airplane?
I can see your thoughts right now.
You get on an airplane with COVID, you're gonna affect some people, guaranteed, man.
Yeah. So
especially the two people that sit next to you.
Ooh, good Lord, please.
You're gonna be touching stuff. You're gonna be.
I know he's saying this hypothetically, but in all sincerity, yeah, you don't want to do that to people.
Don't do that.
You don't want to do that to people. It ain't worth it. It's just not worth it. You gonna come down here, then you gonna give it to the mango that you came for. She gonna give it to her fam. I'm in a dance floor dancing next to her and her family member just because you want to hop on the plane and be with Mango. Now she dancing right next to me with her real boyfriend. When you go back to the States, they got it because you want to bring your tail. No, you stay home, man.
Yeah, they had a guy that was in Brazil. It was a message going through the WhatsApp group. He caught COVID in Brazil, man, and he's sick out there. He gotta stick it out till he get better.
Damn, B, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't want to get caught up in nothing like that.
Yep.
Hey, quick question for y'all, man. What y'all think about if a brother is actually thinking about trying to do the digital nomad life and trying to relocate, where should that person's priorities be? Reason why I'm asking this question is because I had a conversation with a couple other individuals, man, trying to talk to them about this, but their mind frame was on where the hole's at, where the mango's at, how much they cost. What do you tell a brother? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck?
Go ahead, Domain. You want to answer that first?
Go ahead. Say that question again. This comment here.
I know this dude right here, man. So that shit just threw my whole thing off, man. Herpes, really? You know what I'm saying? So, what my question is what do you how do you communicate to a dude who is they interested in travel, they're interested in wanting to work remote, but their mind frame is not on that. Their mind frame is in the mango space, trying to work remote so they can be more mango. How do you get them, if you want to be helpful or uplift somebody, how do you help shift their mind frame from that to this to help them win?
To help them win, tell them they're gonna have to prioritize their priorities, and mangoes is not a priority. You're gonna have to forget that part, that whole subject. If you're seriously about remote living, remote working, you got to forget about that. That comes anywhere you go. You get that anywhere. It's like, okay, how do I find a bottle of water? You find bottles of water anywhere you land your 2 feet. Anywhere there's human beings. How do I find human beings? You find human beings anywhere you go because people have traveled there before you. If not, then you need to worry about survival tactics, and finding human beings and finding bottles of water is not a survival tactic that you need to be prioritized. And so until you are focused on really what you prioritize, you say you are, then I can't help you.
I'll look at it from the perspective of me personally. I don't even deal with those type of dudes because they're not serious about what you're serious about. The most that you can do is set an example. There's a saying that they say that Saint Francis gave. He was a priest, and he said, "Preach the gospel at all times, and when necessary, use words." Meaning that use your life as an example to dudes that want to do the digital nomad thing, because your words sometimes fall on deaf ears, and you trying to encourage a dude to realize that there's a difference between you are a traveler with a limited amount of time, and you have that scarcity mindset of, I can only get to these beautiful women within this short time period, and a person that lives in a particular country and you ain't got that thirst or that urgency like a person that's a traveler. They don't see that difference yet. So they need to see it in you because they can't see it in themselves yet. So a lot of them dudes, I don't even say nothing to. I just let them dudes go ahead and go about their business because they're not serious and they about to waste something that I can't get back, and that's time.
They call them sex pets, man. There's a lot of sex pets out there now.
Yeah,
a lot of them brothers on fixed income, and they got big military checks coming in, so don't try to keep up.
Oh, true.
You know what I mean? They got them big retirement checks and shit, $5,000 and $6,000 a month. Don't try to hang out with them folks, and you ain't got but 1,000 coming in a month.
That is true, and that's the problem that a lot of guys are having. They're too busy trying to live that tourist lifestyle year round, and they don't realize that it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's like somebody moving to the United States and trying to go to Disney every day. You're looking at them like, what the hell are you doing? I'm going to Disney. You live here now. You can go maybe once a year, once every other year. You ain't got to go every day. It's the same thing when dudes move to Colombia. They think that mangoes gonna fall off the trees, and you know they have that same mindset that they had when they first came to the country. The other thing, taking us back to a remote work or remote lifestyle, you won't have time to be a mango or a sex pat like that. So now your audience, Rich, for the most part, are not the retired guys that have money coming in. But this topic is to those that are for individuals, right? For individuals like us, regular guys that don't have a pension or, you know, Social Security. And so that's where remote jobs come into play, to where if you're serious about having remote work and you're serious about moving to another country, the women become like fourth, fifth on the tier, on the totem pole. They don't become like on the top of the totem pole anymore. Because like the main said, they're everywhere. They're like bottled water. They're everywhere. You be a fool. I mean, we were out last night and it was maybe 300 people and maybe 75 of them were all females over 5s and 7s and 8s and 9s. That's Colombia. So you don't have to have that. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy to sit back and look at somebody that would come down here and be a sex pat. Like, for what?
Yeah, crazy. But hey, let's address this airport atheist right here. Cause he obviously haven't been listening to the show. He don't know nothing about me. Bruh, I don't do that. I don't hunt hoes. I don't pay for mangoes. I don't spend money on no whore at all. Because the reason why I don't is because I work too hard for my money to give it away. You know what I'm saying? I would rather take care of a female and her family before I go give it to a mango. You know what I'm saying? That's just my position. Now, all you brothers who do that, do your thing, dog. I ain't mad at you.
Right, I ain't mad
because you not spending my money. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at you. When it comes to me, I ain't doing it. I like to think I got a little bit of game, bro. So I can talk to a female. That's why I got to get my Spanish to where the main Spanish at. So that way, when if I see somebody that I want to jeopardize my girl with, you know what I'm saying? I can just walk up on there and say, hey, and then that'll be that. You know what I'm saying? The same thing I would do in America. You know what I mean? I'm just joking about cheating on my girl, but
we got your point. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the point. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's ways around paying for hoes. You know what I'm saying? That the profession been around for years from the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you have to partake. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do with charisma, you don't have to spend no money on that. You know what I'm saying? That's just my train of thinking.
Now, me personally, I came to Colombia because I love cultures, travel, history. I'm the dude that's coming to a country. I'm mountain climbing. I do the stuff that a lot of brothers don't do. You're going to see me out here zip lining. You're going to see me out here. you know, I'm in Bogota trying to do mountain climbing in the snow-capped mountains because it ain't too many big black men from the United States ever been to the top of a mountaintop, snow-capped mountaintop in another country. That's me. I like the adventure of it. I want to do the paint gun and I want to learn I want to play pool like they do in Colombia at the pool table that has no holes. And so those are the reasons why I came to Colombia. Just like I go to Mexico, just like I'm a culture person. I'm a historical person. I like the different foods, I like when I go to a country and the whiskey is different from the whiskey in the United States, or the cigars or whatever it may be different from in the United States. That's me. While you chasing them chicks really chasing me. So, you see what I'm saying? Because they want that adventurous brother. Because I'm meeting chicks through adventure. While you got to run up on the chick and pay her to be if you got to pay a chick every time you go. Now, like I said, like Lo said, I'm not anti-mango on them brothers, because, you know, enjoy your vacation. I see why you're on vacation. But for us, listen, I have to, my game too strong. I ain't gonna even lie to you. My game too strong, man. I'm a silverback gorilla. I'm a silverback gorilla, aka Amazon Panther. So
that's real.
I think it's all up there, man. It's what you want in life, man. If you just want to
true.
Even if I was gonna say, even if you think that you don't have strong game to get a girl, it's a whole different culture, it's a whole different environment, atmosphere, compared to the United States and in a place. I'll speak for Colombia because I live in Colombia. It's not pressure like it is in the States. So I gotta be this type of dude. I gotta say this type of line. It's just, hey, how you doing? Excuse me, you look nice. You caught my attention. Me llamaste la atención. And then go from there. She's either gonna say, oh, thank you, and exchange numbers, or not. Just keep it moving. It ain't no.
Say that again. I gotta add that to my repertoire.
Which one?
Hey, you caught my eye.
Hey, Dre, they say you holler at a woman in America, you answer her name, she'd be like, why?
What?
It don't work like that. Yeah, it don't work like that here.
You know what I like about here too is even when they aren't interested, they're respectful about it. I have yet to see a female tell a dude like with the American snap, why you want my number? They don't do that here in Colombia, but they almost reject you in a bashful type way, like I got a boyfriend, or you know they're kind of like humble with it when they're not interested or they're focused on somebody else. They're not rude with it. I got a man. You don't see that here.
Mm-mm. Yeah, you know, show you up.
Yeah, they don't look you up and down like you crazy.
A lot of women now, man, they just the way they walk and the way they look, you don't want to approach a man because they have an attitude out this world. I ain't saying all of them, but some of them, man. Especially, don't let a woman put on some clothes.
I tell you this: if you get you a Colombian woman, you know what I'm saying, and they not interested in no Colombian man, they don't give it. As long as you doing something, you got something going for yourself, bro. They straight loyal to you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know this from experience, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that guy. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't making no $100,000. I was just a little small thousandaire. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to take care of my business. I'm able to take care of me. And I might be able to take care of you if you show me enough the way I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? They fall in love for that, man. So and I'm trying to keep this on topic, but if you a digital nomad or trying to work remote, and you got your stuff in order, and you run into a Colombian female that see you got your stuff in order, you're gonna win, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be able to avoid a whole lot of pitfalls that another brother would will fall into. So don't become a digital nomad or work remote to come down and move mangoes. No, when I say move, I mean sex. You know what I'm saying? Move mangoes, bro. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not, just have your priorities in order. You know what I'm saying? Get your you know, your affairs in order first. Like the man said earlier, and the mangoes gonna come. They gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Because you might have one of them they just go, because I noticed Colombians like to stare. So for me, at first, I took that as a problem. You know what I'm saying? But then when I was informed, no, that's not what because they watching you for something. They like something about you, or they want to know who you are, blah, blah, blah. So when I say, well, damn, this female over here watching me like that, she must like me. You know what I'm saying? So when you get those little small things, when you living in the country like that, then you'll be able to adjust and move you know, how you would like to move, you know what I'm saying? But just get your affairs in order first. That's all I'm saying. And then worry about that part later.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to say real quick about as far as when it comes to women, for those of you who really can't speak Spanish, it's so easy for you. It's easier than it is for me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if they see you, hear you stumbling over Spanish, they're going to have patience. People out here have patience and they'll sit and listen to you. For me, in my case, I can't fake stumble no more until my level of speaking the language. So they just like, okay, I can't be like, perdóname, excúsame, pero no hablo. They gonna be like, listen, you speak Spanish, boom, 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 go ahead. But people who don't really speak it, oh man, especially like a friend of mine I roll out with, he don't really speak Spanish. It works for him all the time. I'm like, damn, I wish I had that luxury.
Yeah.
Right.
17, 16, Andre.
Say that again.
17, 16. Just give me your update.
Okay, cool. Let's see
what game that is? The Raiders you talking about?
Raiders, Raiders.
I put it on my other TV so nobody else behind me, nobody could see it behind me.
He said 17, 16?
Yeah, they hurt Josh. They hurt the quarterback, but he back in the game. You know what I'm saying? The Bills quarterback.
Cool.
But anyway,
definitely, guys. When it comes to, like I said, start off by applying for at least once or twice a month. For the next 3 months, apply for online job opportunities. Tell yourself by the beginning. Let this be your New Year's resolution. I'm going to have at least one online remote job. That's either my side job or, if it pays enough, your main job. B, do not look at your economic expectations the same way you do in the United States. United States teaches you that you're going to need that 50 a year. You're going to need that 30 a year. You're going to need that 7,500, that 20 a year. You do not need that to live in a lot of other countries, but yet still live the same, if not better, quality of life. As many times you guys have seen our apartment, you don't see us living in no raggedy place. It's all beat down and the plumbing is bad and we're sitting up here freezing or burning up. We aren't going through that, and we're only paying $360 a month. I got my Amazon Fire Stick, so I watch all the American channels as well as any other movies and everything that comes out. So I still have all those benefits, and at the same time, just like Los was saying, you don't even need a car. I know what it's like to feel like Lil Wayne and you don't have to drive for a couple years because somebody else is doing the driving. Or feel like what Beyonce and Jay-Z feel like because everybody else is chauffeuring you around for a couple dollars for a $30 ride. I mean, for a 30-minute ride. So let me go ahead.
I was going to say, let me add to that real quick. One thing I want to say is my internet speed is, it's 24 megabits per second upload speed. And that's here in Colombia. And that's under $20 a month. 24 megabits per second upload speed. Check your guys' upload speed back in the States and see how fast it is, and check to see how much you're paying. That's the quality of services you can get in Colombia. The difference as far as when it comes to internet service provider is there are no monopolies out here. So they only have a few companies, but the few companies can't section off one area and say, okay, I can only work in this company, so I can give you a low service for a high price, because that's what's being done in the United States. You're getting a low service for a high price. That's why the connection speed is so low, and then you pay high if you want to go higher, because they monopolize certain areas. Certain areas you can't get fair competition in it. Another thing is, and particularly with my field, like teaching English, they're going to ask you to have a certification, TEFL certification, teaching English as a foreign language. Go to what's that site called? I forget the name. What's the site where you go to? Groupon. That's it. Groupon.
Yeah, I went to Groupon and got mine.
There you go.
It's called global, brother. It's called Global Language Training. That's what that's right. On Groupon, because I just did that for my TEFL.
Yeah,
and you get a bona fide. I think I paid $30 for mine.
I paid $20 for mine.
20, yeah, I was about to say $20
for mine. Got my teacher license. Yep, bam, that's it. Certification. That was it.
Yeah.
Do y'all brothers have insurance? And what's the cost on that? Health insurance abroad?
Yeah, my insurance company, you have to pay extra for it.
Now ours is oh man, I forgot. I should be ashamed because Andre always takes care of it. But we pay for the highest level of insurance they have. That's medical as well as life insurance combo. It is 120,000 pesos. 120,000 pesos we pay a month. So we're looking at about, for two people,
$30.
about maybe about $30-$35 for two people for life insurance and medical, top notch medical.
Yeah, it's about $31.58.
Mm-hmm.
So I pay about 80 something a week, and that's a discount. Shit, through the job. Shit, insurance is high as fuck.
Yep. And now we're talking about
insurance. You looking at $800 a month.
right. Now you see all the money that you save when you work remote and you can live remotely in other locations, whether it be in another state or whether it be in another country. Also, the medical is so inexpensive. For example, this crown would have cost me, I just got a crown last week, went to the same place where I got my veneers. This crown would have cost me at least $1,000 to $2,000 in Florida, easy for the crown that I got. And I paid maybe $120 for this crown. The veneers would have cost between $10,000 to $12,000 in the state, if not 15. I already looked it up before I left, and I already talked to my dentist before I left. $500 for the veneers.
You can't beat it with it.
So and they have everything. They have, I mean, they got their own version of Groupon.co, and anything that you want for your body. Like if you want to get hooked up to the machine where you get your blood cleaned out, completely cleaned out and put back in, they have that, and that's on Groupon here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll pass with that.
What I'm saying is, if you're a type of person that got, let's say you're a person that got a bunch of moles and you want to get them off, take them off laser. It's inexpensive here. You go back, look, you see what I'm saying? All those little things. If you want to get a full body scan to where you want to see what's your cholesterol level, are you subject to a heart attack or a stroke? If you want to get all that information taken care of, so many people come here for medical tourism more than people come here for anything else because it's so expensive in the States medical.
Yeah,
and
man.
Then when me and Los discovered together, when we were talking Los a couple months ago, Los hit me with this one. He said, Dre, is it just me, fellas, or that you don't itch when you come out the shower? Remember that? And I was like, man, I didn't think about that. Because black, as soon as you come out the shower, you if you don't put no lotion on, you itching. You ain't doing that here in Colombia. And so I looked up the water, and Colombia water ranks number 5 in the world for the best water.
Listen, I was drinking the water out of the faucet, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, two cities I know about that live is Cali and Medellin. You can drink the tap water.
And Cartagena, you can add that to the list.
And Cartagena, you can drink the tap water. And you won't
it wasn't even close, bro. Like,
man,
listen, I had a cyst that came up in my head while I was here. I went to my dermatologist. You know what I'm saying? You know how much money I had to pay out of pocket for them to remove this cyst out of my head, man? To pay $218, dog, to get this cyst removed out of my head. That's with insurance. You know what I'm saying? My girl, she be getting these acne bumps on her face sometimes. I sent her to the dermatologist out there for the last couple of weeks because she got recurring treatments. You know what I'm saying? To go get her treatment done to get that shit removed out of her face. It's recent stuff. You know what I'm saying? No insurance. You know what I'm saying? And I pay for it. You know how much I done paid for these 3 treatments she done had, man? $75, dog. For 3 treatments. I went to one to get this removed, and it cost me $250 with insurance.
Yep. That's the other thing that I love about here, and it's quality. It's not like you go into places like when I went to get my crown. The same X-ray machine that you go and they go around your head in the States. That's the same one they used here. Same one. So it's all the exact same equipment, as if not better quality, but you're not paying all that extra bells and whistles that you pay in the States, even if you have insurance. So yeah, man, I'm good. Plus, I like the fact that you can get your life insurance and your medical insurance as a combo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what we have. We have the combo. So if anything, Andre got all that
too, Drake.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey man, send me that link, man, because I need to know about that.
Yeah, I'll get the information from Andrea.
All right.
Hey, 12 days I was in the hospital, man. $80,000.
What? Hold on, no. Rewind that. What you said?
12 days in the hospital, $80,000, and
Who
that's
gotta
not
pay
included.
that bill?
That's not included. I had insurance though. The insurance paid it. But I'm still stuck with I'm still stuck with about $6,000 in bills because of deductible and out of pocket.
Yeah.
And then all the prescriptions and copay every time you go to the doctor. I don't went to the doctor 10 times.
You're alive, Shell.
Yeah. So
I don't know, Rich. I don't know if you're gonna make it down here anytime soon, but I was thinking about a way you could save money on prescription is the medications that you buy up there. Just wait till you get down here and buy them, because here you don't need a prescription. I walk right into the pharmacy and tell them, listen, which I need.
Right. That's another thing. A lot of things that you don't need prescription for.
Yep. That's true.
Right.
Because I bought a couple of them Plan Bs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Take care of business, bro.
I hear you, man.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. Hey, I had to, man. I don't want no babies right now, man.
Can't like me, but I'm gonna go get that vasectomy. Yeah, that shit. Hey, don't kids me, man.
Hey, man, listen here, man. It's so inexpensive to raise kids out here. I'm trying to have at least 2.
Well, yeah, that's true. Because here I am taking care of a whole family of 6 off of my little salary, and it ain't hurting me at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that's how real that is.
No.
He said he sprained his ankle and they charged him $3,000 for X-rays.
Oh hell no, bro!
I'm telling you, man, hospitals ripping you off, man. They tearing you a new asshole. Like the first day I was in the hospital, I think the first day I am bleeding, $34,000. EMS ride, $2,500.
So they call the ambulance. You load you on the arm stretcher.
Now they did more than that in the ambulance because I was passed out. I was in a diabetic coma. They probably put an IV in me or something like that. I don't know.
Even still, at minimum, the ride gonna be $800 without that. It sounds like.
Oh yeah, $1,000.
Man, take me.
It used to be $500.
Your car, dog, you know what I'm saying? And turn and honk the horn all the way down the street while you're going.
Man, I was playing ball one day, and the hospital was like less than a mile away, and this guy, he pulled a muscle or something in his leg, and they was like, "Yo, let's get him in EMS." And some other guy was like, "Nah, that's gonna cost you, player." And he wrote in the EMS, and it was $1,000.
I'm glad y'all told me this, man.
I was like, man,
I ain't never been in no ambulance. I ain't trying to go. If I'm in an ambulance, I'm damn near dead. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm definitely not going to do it willingly now. That's too much.
Even with insurance, I'm still responsible for $500.
That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I think it's $350 or $500. One of them. I think it's $500 though.
Remember when Carlton of Carlton Travels Adventures, when he first went in and got his COVID exams, and he said his first 2 trips, he said this on his channel, his first couple trips to the hospital, he's ready to come out his wallet, and they were like, first 2 trips, nothing. He didn't pay nothing.
It's already covered.
Yep.
So you say his insurance covered?
Yes, no copay.
Okay.
No copay.
Those are the best.
That's one thing the insurance does, though. It does cover you for the COVID test here in America. It does cover you for that, and then you got a lot of free tests. Of course, the government paying people.
So if you have insurance, then you can just go to like LabCorp.
You go to any one of them, because a lot of with that COVID stuff, a lot of that stuff, a lot of people get paid through the government on that. So it's easy to take the COVID test. You shouldn't really be paying nothing to take a COVID test unless you don't have insurance and you go to one of them places that charge, and you probably need a rapid test or something like that. But for the most part, you get a COVID test pretty cheap. I mean, free, really. Shout out to D Hick. Much success, fellas. Keep dropping that knowledge. Appreciate it, man. It's been a good live. I'm gonna try to end this live pretty soon. I know we talking about different stuff now, but we already covered. For those that's coming in late, we already covered everything we had to cover as far as working remotely. So y'all just rewind the tape, play it back. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all share it. Usually when we do live like this, we get the least amount of views, but these are the most important lives, you know?
Yeah.
So y'all make sure y'all share this with somebody because, like I say, Dre, he hooked me up with all them links, and we definitely going to put that in the description of the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to Dre's YouTube channel. I'm going to put it back in there again. He has 2 YouTube channels now. Make sure y'all subscribe to both of them. I'm going to put the mains back in there. And make sure y'all subscribe to his also. I appreciate y'all brothers coming on the panel, man. Any last words?
Thank you.
Y'all want to say, Domain, you want to start it off, brother?
Okay, sure. First of all, always, thank you for having me on. If you're looking to learn Spanish, English, anybody want to learn English, go to my channel, hit me up. We can discuss packaging and scheduling. Also, as far as remote working and remote living, not only do you think about remote jobs, but also think about remote businesses that you can start. Because 2 things that, help me, the 2 things that I bring income in, I have a remote job and also a remote business. So not only a remote job, but also think about a remote business. And I'm gonna say, like, as far as my experience living in a foreign country, Colombia in particular, it is such a fraction of the cost what it is to maintain a good lifestyle in the United States. So you don't have to think in large numbers, but the large numbers that you do make, or the more money you do make, the more easier it's going to be for you to live in a foreign country.
All right, shout out to you, brother Domain. I just put his link in there. If you subscribe, go ahead and say, hey, I subscribe to both of them. If you already subscribed, say, hey, already subscribe. Make sure y'all hit them channels up. Los gonna come with his channel next. So hopefully we'll have him back on so we can get his channel out there. And shout out to Dwayne for the donation. Appreciate that. But I'm telling y'all, man, these brothers drop some gems in this shit, man. Y'all need to make sure y'all share this video, man. Shout out to Drees. Any last words you got, Los?
Yeah, for all of those individuals that's looking to move abroad, living in an international space, work remotely, etc. I am live actively doing this, like literally right now. So Domain and Andre is telling y'all the way to go because they're already there. And then I'm a person that's walking that walk literally right now. So it can be done with proper risk management. Proper pre-planning prevents piss poor performance. And also you just have to have a game plan and goals that you want to reach on every level, and just knock those goals out one by one. And then at the end of your goal sheet, you should be in your international area or space where you want to live. You know what I'm saying? And lastly, stop paying for mangoes, man. Use your mouthpiece.
That ain't gonna happen.
I know.
But go ahead, give your last words, Andre. Hey, and for those that said they sub to Andre page, he has 2 pages now, so make sure you got both of them locked in.
The last thing that I want to say is that, and just piggyback off of what these gentlemen have just said, you ladies and gentlemen, just give yourself a chance. Just say, you know what, it sounds good. I really would like to do it. Just tell yourself, once again, for the next 3 months, you're going to apply for at least 2 to 4 online jobs. So for October, before October ends, you want to have at least 2 to 4 jobs you apply for. When November comes, 2 to 4. December, 2 to 4. When next year starts to come and all the floodgates of doors start opening up for nationwide international travel, well, guess what? You're already in a position with either a online side hustle or side business, or you have it full time. But you at least want to get started. Don't let this episode of Roll the Tape go by the wayside and it just be another good episode that he put out. But tell yourself, promise yourself, I'm going to do this at least once a week, or like Rich said, you can do it every day, but at least once a week for these next 4 weeks, or these next 4 weeks, go ahead and apply to at least one and watch what happens. They are in demand. They are really looking for people to work online now. Businesses find it so much easier. They don't have to deal with the payroll issue. I mean, not the payroll issues, but the constant human resource issues by having a team in one building. All we got to do is put you all up on Zoom in the mornings. You know what to do, and then let you do your jobs. It's great opportunities out there. Don't let somebody else take advantage of the opportunity that actually belongs to you.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate y'all coming on, man. So basically, fellas, man, make sure you have a plan or you're planning to fail. If you want to move abroad, man, get these jobs before you go, man. Even though you got 50,000 saved up, 100,000, if you plan on staying, then you're going to have some source of income, man. Like you said, if you're going to get a business or you're going to work a job remotely, get these jobs before you go, man. Because I know, like, some of the jobs in the insurance business, you have to be here, like, the first few weeks, train, and then you can work remotely. So some of these jobs may be like that also. So make sure y'all, get the job before you move abroad, man. We don't need no broke brothers abroad talking about, help me out. Let me run a scam on you. You know what I mean? Don't need none of that going on. Because it is a lot of that going on. Expats going out there, ain't got no money. Hey, man, you coming in town, man, give me $100 advance, man. I got you. And anyhow, y'all have a good night. Me and Dre's coming on later on tonight. You dropping anything tonight, Andre?
No, I'll be watching you guys.
All right, when you going to drop something, Sensei?
Oh, man, I'm working on something. I'm going to have something drop this week coming by Wednesday.
All right,
y'all can look for my channel in November sometime.
All right.
Okay,
all right, cool,
we're going to be looking. We're going to be waiting.
I know. That's what I was just thinking. He already gave us
man, my channel probably going to be a little controversial, but hey, listen, I welcome it all. I'm not shying away from anything. And on top of that, like I said, it's about uplift, bro. I'm not trying to down nobody. I'm just trying to uplift you, man. If I can make you a better person through my actions, that's what I want to do. That's what my channel is about. Truth be told, baby.
All right. Y'all have a great night, brother.
All right. Thanks. Peace.